Hello, American student children. Time for your favorite Russian teaching assistant, Sergei Lomonosov. Now it's more comfortable. I am just changed position. It was uncomfortable where I was. So now, anyway, don't worry. I am feeling good. How about you? Are you feeling good? I hope so. We're going to talk about some more Constitution. It's going to be section 4 about elections and meetings. It says here, the times, places, and manner of holding elections for senators and representatives shall be prescribed in each state by the legislature thereof. But the Congress may at any time by law make or alter such regulations except as to the place of choosing senators. State legislatures will decide where the votes are, and it follows the state voting laws. That's all it says. Congress shall assemble at least once in every year, and such meeting shall be the first Monday in December. That got changed with 20th Amendment. How about I talk about that when I get to the 20th Amendment, okay? So there you go. They get elected. State legislature will choose when and where. They control that. And then the Congress will get together at least once a year. Okay, Section 4. I got time. Let's go do Section 5. I scroll down. Mouse, Here we go. Section 5. Membership rules, journals, and adjournment. Okay. It says here in the first paragraph, each house shall be the judge of the elections, returns, and qualifications of its own members, and the majority of each shall constitute a quorum to do business. But a smaller number may adjourn from day to day, and may be authorized to compel the attendance of absent members in such manner, and under such penalties as each house may provide. Okay, so each house will judge its own elections. That means, let us say a person got elected in a state. Let us say the state is Utah, and the year is 1890. Utah has just become a state, and they elect a senator, and the senator comes to the Senate. The Senate looks him over and says, "We don't like you. You go home." And the guy says, "Wait, what? Why?" The Senate says, "No, we don't like you because things you have done in the past that we thought are bad." And the guy says, "I did not think they were." Anyways, argument. They sent him home. And then they wouldn't let a guy from Utah come until they liked him. Then they said, "Okay, you can come in." Anyway, each house, the House and the Senate, has to have a majority of members there to do business, like voting on bills. But if they have less than half there, they can vote to adjourn. They can also vote to make the other people show up, wherever they may be. Uh, Federal legislature, not so much, but state legislatures can have times where members of a party will take off and they will not be there to vote, and they will cause no voting to happen in their state houses. So anyway, but that's stats. Okay, next paragraph, section 5. Each house may determine the rules of its proceedings. They get to decide how they go. The house is formal. They say debate is limited. We have to go quickly now. There's lots of us here. We can't all talk at once. Senate is more relaxed. They can do as they please. Each house may punish its members for disorderly behavior, and with a concurrence of 2/3 expel a member. Most of the time they don't expel. They like to slap the wrist, but it's a big slap, because if you are slapped on wrist, no one will touch your bills, no one will support your positions. You have lost all authority. So it is a big deal. But they will discipline their own members. Next one says, each house shall keep a journal of its proceedings, called the Congressional Review. They will publish it, blah, blah, blah. If they think something is secret, they won't have it. It says that, on any vote, the yeas and nays of members shall, at the desire of 1/5 of those present, be entered on the journal. Most voting in House and Senate is done with what is called voice vote or standing vote. They'll just say, okay, do you like this bill? If you say that, then yes, then okay, say yes. How many say no? No one said no. I guess bill passed. But if 1/5 of the members say we got to take the votes down, then they write them all down by name. What this means is this. Let us say everybody does voice vote. How many like it? Yay! Okay, bill passed. Then a guy could go back home and say, I didn't vote for that thing. He could deny it. But if you have to write down their votes, everybody's on the line. They all got to say what's right. So, you know, I think they should have everybody write down every vote so we can keep a track. That's just me. I'm just some crazy Russian paratrooper who served in Afghanistan. What do I know about government? Anyway, neither House nor Senate shall, without consent of the other, adjourn for more than 3 days, nor to any other place than that in which the other 2 houses shall be sitting. They got to be in the same building, the Capitol, and they can't knock off for more than 3 days, which I think is rather reasonable. Anyway, that was Section 5. Shall I do Section 6, compensation? My heart says yes, I should do that, so I will. Section 6, compensation, basically says they're going to get paid. That was easy. Oh, and the 27th Amendment also specifies that any pay increase they vote for themselves won't take effect until the next time they meet again, after the next election. The 27th Amendment was actually proposed back in the 1791 with the Bill of Rights, but it was never adopted until the 1990s. So they had like 200 years of raising their salary, and then they say, okay, now we're going to do it the right way. Please. Anyway, it also says the senators and the House shall not, in any case except for treason or felony or breach of peace, get arrested for anything. So they have what's called a Congressional Immunity from prosecution. And the states can't hold them back from going to and from Congress. And it also says they can't have any other office under the authority of the United States. That's it. They can't, there are some rules that also say they can't do certain other things to prevent them from getting bribes and things like that. But this one specifically says they cannot serve in any other office in the government. They got to focus, okay? So anyway, wow, my head is so dizzy. I have done 3 sections here. That's just amazing. I mean, wow. So I will stop here to let you relax a little bit, and then when we come back, we'll do section 7, which talks about the bills of revenue and the legislative process, and also the veto. The first time the president of the U.S. gets mentioned. I found it interesting that the vice president got mentioned before the president of the United States of America. Something's crazy there when the vice president gets mentioned first. Did Dick Cheney have anything to do with this in the Constitution, I wonder? Think about it. Think about it, children, students of America. Okay, I say goodbye now. Goodbye.